Welcome back to the On the Pace podcast, and it is Tuesday night, which means we're going to be talking rally car. Got a rally coming up this weekend, my personal favorite rally on the calendar, which is the Kenya rally. So going to break down kind of about Kenya as a whole, why it's so brutal, why it's my personal favorite one on top of that, and just a couple predictions for where people will finish, what I think will happen. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So, third round of the WRC Championship is this weekend. Rally Kenya. Monte Carlo is about precision. Sweden is about speed on the snow. Then Kenya is simply about survival. To me, it's one of the most unique rallies on the calendar. Like I've mentioned previously, it is my favorite. It gives us some of the best modern rallying that I think there is. It's always a great watch, always great. And honestly, it's tough on the drivers. And well, I hope everyone does well. It's something that's interesting and fun to watch for the most part when it comes to that. So it starts on the 12th, goes to the 15th. It's in Kenya's Great Rift Valley, and it features 20 different stages covering around 350 kilometers of competitive distance. The most important part to me about Kenya Rally is that pace alone does not win this thing. You need durability and patience. But more importantly, half the time you just need plain luck. That's what's really fun about it. You know, sometimes in motorsports, the best races are the ones where luck wins it, right? Last year, Evans dominated, had a great form. I think it was the highlight win of last year for him. Obviously, we can talk about where Elfin ended up last year, but as a whole, I think it was a great form for him in Kenya. Obviously, Kenya Rally or Safari Rally, as a lot of people will call it as well. It's kind of interchangeable to me as a whole. Safari Rally always been an ultimate endurance test, right? Stages run through rough gravel, deep roots, what drivers call fesh in Kenya, ultra fine sand that can swallow a car. It is almost basically like quicksand. Well, you know, with how big the rally cars are these days and how much they weigh, you can sink in it. But more importantly, the conditions change consistently. One moment they're in a dry savanna at high speed, and the next moment there's a freaking rainstorm coming down in Kenya, and the road turns to just slop. Not even mud, just slop. I also got to deal with the massive rocks that destroy their suspension, water crossings, which is awesome in my opinion. Wildlife gets onto the stage. There is that kind of famous shot from last year where there's like a giraffe as they're following Evans in the drone. And the days are extremely long. They are extremely long. You got long routes, you got long stages, and it's awesome. I will gush over this rally pretty often. But half the goal of this rally is to finish, and that's the beauty of it. It almost brings you back to that old school rally car, right? Liability in the stages just beat the crap out of the drivers. And it's beautiful. I think for the 2026 route, we'll cover that a bit. But the big change this year is the rally being fully centered around the valley instead of starting in Nairobi. It's just to concentrate it around Rift Valley. It's kind of interesting. I'm all for it, though I do love some city rally. It should be fun. It should be interesting to watch. And then just kind of break down the week here. Thursday's shakedown stage, and then 2 opening stages, including the Camp Moran stage. Friday's going to be the longest day for the drivers. We got double runs, pretty much 4 different double runs, 8 stages, covers 130 of competitive kilometers on Friday. So that's going to be a great watch, especially I really do like the double runs. They're just kind of fun, see how the drivers improve. Friday, 6 stages, including the Sleeping Warrior stage, one of my personal favorites, maybe just off of the name alone. But then on Sunday, we got 4 final stages, including Hell's Gate Power Stage. Final stages become iconic in modern WRC, dramatic landscapes, and place where, early on, the points can swing. The points can swing there. So obviously a great fun opening stage, a great fun final stage for our drivers. Now let's talk about kind of who could win this thing. Obviously, let's be real, it is Toyota. Toyota will be winning this. Oh yeah, returns. He's running this rally. He's a master of patience. He's won it before. 8-time world championship. You don't really argue with that. Obviously, Evans, the person who I am very much a fan of, my cousin, is going to be running this thing. I think he's pretty much looking for an excuse to win again. He's done it in the past, and it will be fun. Solberg's driving with Toyota again. I think his aggressive style will be interesting to watch here, because if he doesn't destroy the car, we could very much get him winning, but it's a tough rally to run, and you have to be gentle on the car for sure. Toyota normally thrives in Kenya, but they thrive all over rally at this point. I mean, what are we even talking about here as Toyota? Personally, for me, I think the only Hyundai contender is going to be Lappy. Neuville, we'll see. We will see what happens with him. And then the Fords, we kind of talked about this last time I did a WRC podcast, but that the Fords are just in a dismal place. The Irish boys, who I love and want to see do well, their Ford is not good. But stick around for my final predictions, because I might go crazy with where I predict Ford. So, but of course, there's a couple key main ideas on how to win Rally Kenya. It's a different approach than most rallies. Number one, avoid punctures. Obviously, that's the case for any rally in the WRC calendar, but sharp rocks everywhere, right? They raise ride heights and soften suspensions just to survive this rally for the most part. One of the highest riding rallies on the calendar. And as a whole, I really think that they will be able to, most people will be able to, but puncture takes a lot out of you. Managing pace is a big one. Flat out driving does not always work here. Normally, the fastest driver over a single stage isn't the one who wins here, all right? But also mechanical failures. Don't destroy the car. Broken drive shafts, suspensions collapsing, engines overheating. This rally punishes pushing the car too hard. And I really do hope in some regard that everyone makes it through, but I really, really doubt they do. I expect someone hit, just wrecking, because this is a tough one. And so you got to be a little bit lighter on the car. It's not an asphalt rally where you almost can go all out consistently. This is different. This is Kenya. Shaminamina. It's time for Africa. Shaminamina. Oka, oka, shaminamina. This one's for Africa. Sorry. Just breaking into song and dance out here. But weather, I think, is going to be very important during this rally too. We've seen it rain, we've seen the dust come in. I have not checked the weather out there for Kenya. I haven't really thought about doing that, but as a whole, when it rains, Kenya turns into chaos. I mean, it's such a good rally, guys. It's so good. If you don't watch WRC, you gotta watch this week. All right, and yes, the only way you really can watch is Rally TV. So just at least watch the highlights of this week, because it is that good. And then obviously, I also think road order will matter, because drivers starting first sweep loose gravel away, which obviously can be an advantage for people starting later. I think road order is going to play into this, but obviously this is the beauty of it. If it rains and those guys already got their sectors out of the way, then the guys stuck in the rain, even if you got rid of the dust and the gravel by going first, they're now competing with the rain. So it'll be interesting to see where the road order finally lines up here. I think it will be really cool, and honestly pretty difficult to tell who's going to win until the final times all come up. So going again to my predictions for this rally weekend. Who's going first? I do think it will be my cousin, Elvin Evans. I think he'll repeat again as the winner. I just think he's got down. I don't think he's going to let this one slip from his grasp. I see him winning this. He's done it before. He's good about being patient, yet also going fast. And he's good with handling the car. No major problems with how he drives, how the car might be handled. He's good at gently handling while going fast. My second place is, I think experience plus patience plus Toyota. Kind of the same case for Evans, but I think Evans is going to have it out for him this rally. My third prediction. Now, this is kind of a wild one here. So normally I like to do my podium and then add some wild predictions, normally 2 or 3 different wild predictions. I only have one because I think who I'm putting in my third is a wild prediction, but I'm going to put Lappy. I think the Hyundai Pace, it's the second best car out of 3, but I feel this. There's just something in me that says Lappy might be able to get on to the third. that third step. There's just something in my gut right now that Hyundai's going to place third. I don't know what it is. That is my actual crazy prediction right now. But the one that I'm going to go with as well, that doesn't necessarily matter, but it's Ford will be in the top 5. A Ford rally car will be top 5. And this is basically, I guess maybe this comes from my prediction with Lappy as well, is that I think, actually, I'll add another prediction for that case. Someone is going to crash out before Sunday and just the car's ruined and they give up. I mean, we're going to see one of the top drivers just say, it's destroyed. Hope they're safe when it happens if I'm predicting this. Unfortunately, with F1, I predicted who was going to crash and got it correct, and now I'm worried I have a curse. I did not predict Pelot crashing in IndyCar, but I'm a little bit worried I have a curse and I just threw it on someone, but my prediction is someone's out by the time before we get to Sunday. Hell, I'm even going to say before we get to Saturday, someone's out. So go watch the rally. If you can, expect broken cars, expect surprises, and expect some drama because it's time for Africa. Best one on the calendar. Throw out a like, throw out a subscribe if you can, boys, and I will see you Thursday for my Chinese Grand Prix prediction for F1. Thank you, and good night.